Well. Look at who I have here.
It can't be.
You're the one who trapped me in this crazy pocket dimension all those years ago.
No. Oh. Groove?
Have fun in that pocket dimension,
Groove?
Daddy-o.
No!
It's GrooveMaster's real world now.
Hello, small, helpless patrons, and welcome to GrooveMaster's Real World. Now, while my good friend Daniel is taking a very extended leave, he graciously put me in charge of this little broadcast of goodwill, hope, and preaching of being righteous to one another. I suppose that's all good and fine, but nevertheless, I'm going to make some changes around here. Because we can't hide from the reality, small patrons. The reality that all the goodness Daniel was naively trying to uphold doesn't exist. You see, it may seem like the real world is a horrifying place full of abject misery and woe. A place where injustice, in its arrogance and privilege, must run rampant through the streets and souls of patrons everywhere, while justice cowers behind the curtains and waits for things to blow over. It seems like the virtues of community, brotherly love, and kindness are, like the clean water and natural environments of this world, going extinct, while mechanical destruction and vices of greed and selfish desire sit on thrones made from the best parts of their fruit, while the scraps that were to trickle down like precious rainwater to you are thrown into the flames of carelessness. It seems like whatever dreams of a better world where all humanity is bound together in familial love, where the downtrodden can succeed, have faded at the reality at hand. You may feel despondent and weep over such things, patrons. And you should. Because the world is such a place. Let me tell you a story. A long time ago, the sentient force of righteousness projected their consciousness across all time and space to assemble a great organization made up of champions devoted to the ideals of righteousness, goodness, and all that encompasses those things. A team was put together to ensure the sentient force of righteousness' enemy, the force of negative energy, wouldn't consume the earth. For a long time, that team fought the force, bound together by the power of friendship. And you know what, patrons? They fought the negative energy for years. For years. And the earth stayed the same. Humanity stayed the same. It was the same fight over and over, and nothing changed. Humans are a predictable species, bent on destruction, it seems. So, it should come to no surprise to you patrons when I traded the signet of righteousness for that of the negative energy. One by one, I tried to convince my friends to take hold of the awesome power made available to them. For with it, we could have changed the world. We could have utilized the negative energy to reshape humanity's projection. One by one, they fell. Except Daniel. Stupid but strong Daniel, who clung to the ideals of righteousness as if they were air. I wasn't strong enough to defeat him then, but I am now. And now, with my new strength in the negative force, I can...
Small patrons! Can you hear Mr. Dan? Do not fall for the negative speeches and monologues of the GrooveMaster. He's trying to use your feelings of hopelessness, of fear, and rage to gorge himself on the power that those emotions give him. You have to know that there is good in this world, that there is hope, small patrons. It breathes and lives within you, even if you believe it's buried under sadness and anger. You have to continue to be, or just be, kind to one another, to be righteous and take care of each other. Mr. Dan knows that power is in you. It's been with you this whole time. You must take heart, small patrons, and have courage. Don't give in to the negative energy. Mr. Dan will escape. Mr. Dan will do the best Mr. Dan can, but Mr. Dan cannot do it alone. Don't give up. Never surrender to the negative energy. Be righteous to one another.